Hi, it's Mitz. I hope you are doing well. Thank you so much for stopping by. Alright, so I'm going to jump right into it. I am so excited to be part of the journal challenge for December. The challenge is hosted by My Green Cow and Make Journals. I will leave their information down below, but I will be showing you day number 12 of this 12-day challenge. It's very simple and easy, nothing too stressful where you have to do a challenge every day. And so I'm here to share with you my day number 12. I wanted to quickly show you what I will be using. I'm using my junk journal. Then I just have my list here off to the side. But it is a junk journal that I started using in July for Junk Journal July, and I'm just quickly doing a flip through, sharing with you some of the completed pages that I've done. The Junk Journal July Challenge was also hosted by Make Journals, and I didn't really finish this junk journal. I've been journaling in my Hobonichi, but I thought I would continue with this for this year. I'm removing paper clips and embellishments wherever I can, because I do want to stamp certain things, and I wanted to have like a flat surface, so I'm just removing some of the embellishments. And yes, so day number 12. If you are not sure what I'm talking about, I guess I should have explained this in the beginning. It is just a really simple, not a December daily challenge, but a challenge that you can participate in December. And like I said, it's not something that you have to do all the time. And in this case, if you're watching this on day 12 of December, you can follow along. I'm going to be doing the first prompt on this list, which is the December bucket list. So it's never ever too late to start. I'm looking through my Oweda letterpress, some of the label stickers, and I wanted to use that as a border to stamp out the prompt, because I said I wanted to do the December bucket list, and which is prompt number 1 or day number 1, and so I decided to use one of the Oweda letterpress labels. And I'm just looking through some of my stamps. The day number 12 prompt is something like a small little goal that I have, and one of my goals, and I said this year too, but it never really happened. I feel like I kind of fell off track here, but I really want to make use of my stamps. I have lots of lovely stamps, and I think what is hindering me from using is because I don't have them in front of me, or I don't have easy access to them. And once they're stored away and I don't see them, then of course I don't use them. And I don't have a big creative space that I can use or have have my stamps displayed, and so I think that's where I'm having difficulty. So this video, I'm trying to use some of my stamps. I love these very huge number stamps that you see off to the side there. They're from Studio Calico, and I actually stamped these in a previous project many months ago. I even want to say maybe it was last year, I don't remember, but I still had some scraps, and that actually turned out really great because I ended up using one of the numbers. And I looked through my paper stash of things that I could use. Ideally, this label is quite white and stark white. I wish that it was more like a tea dyed. I guess if you have like the Tim Holtz distress stains, you could add color to the paper as well. But I just wanted to keep it as is, and so I stamped out the prompt, which is the December bucket list, and I stamped that out with some green. In this video, I actually filmed this before the 1st of December. I don't even have my December items out, and so you won't see any Christmas themed items. So I thought to myself I could at least add some red and green to the page and make it a little bit more festive. I'm looking through my paper stash and trying to see if there's something that will work. I want to be able to write my prompts, and I was originally going to use that cardstock with the lines on it, but I felt that was kind of boring. I wanted to add something, so I looked through my paper stash and found this thin, oh, I don't know what it's called. It's not exactly tracing paper, but it's like a thin paper where I did some jelly paints on, and I flipped it to the other side, to the wrong side, so the paint is not as vibrant, and the paper is a little bit more on the rough side, making it easier for me to use my brush pen. So that's what I did there. I wanted to add some color to the page, and like I said, I used that Studio Calico stamp to stamp out these numbers in a previous, in a project that I worked on a while ago, and I'm glad that I kind of had it in my paper stash. So the reason why I took the number 6 is because there's 6 prompts that I wanted to write down, and I found this list kind of floating around. And I see this list floating around year after year during the holiday season. So I tore out the number 6, and I really like the rough edges, and I decided to make it rough and just staple it on there instead of adding glue. I still feel like there's something missing, so of course I add some washi tape. That's pretty much my default, is if I feel like something's missing, I'll add washi tape or a splash of watercolor. But yeah, so I wanted to add a border. I added a couple of washi tapes on the top, and then you'll see me a little bit later on in the video. I add some washi tape a little bit later on in the video as well. And like I said, I wanted to use some more of my stamps, so I took out this shachihata. You can make your own stamp pad or your own ink pad using these various inks, and it's so fun. And I think my next project will be using some bright yellows and pinks and making my own design. Like, you can customize your ink pad. You can purchase just the blank ink pad if you want, or it comes in a set as well. But I think I want to customize my ink pad next with some pinks and yellows and make a nice vibrant one where I can use for the big bold numbers. I think that would be a lot of fun. So I'm just adding the ink and letting that seep in. When you initially squeeze out the ink from the bottles, it kind of sits or pools on top, and then you're supposed to use that gray spatula to pound it in. I don't know if that's a good terminology, but you're supposed to let that sink in. I was being too impatient, but it worked out because these little letter stamps are very small, and I was just using the section where I had previously created. And the interesting part of this ink pad is that you can make your own design, and so I'm strategically placing the rubber stamp so that I can get a variety of ink colors onto that stamp. I hope that makes sense. I'll do a close-up later on, sharing with you what the stamps look like and how the title turns out. It's really fun to see the various ink colors. You can see there's a bit of green and gray and blue kind of shining through, and I really think that's a lot of fun. And so here I will be writing out these 6 prompts, and I don't know the creator of these prompts, but like I said, I always see this prompt list floating around during the holiday season. I see it year after year on social media. So if you know the person that created this list, I would love to know. I always like to properly document who the original creator of these things are. So if you know who the original person is, please let me know in the comments. So I ended up using the brush pen. It's a Kuretake brush pen, and I ended up with I was originally going to stamp out all of the sentences, but I thought that would take way too long. So I just ended up writing with the brush pen and then crossing off certain words, and ended up stamping those words out instead of stamping out the whole sentence, because I think that would take way too long. But yeah, so here, once again, I am just grabbing the letters and strategically placing them on certain areas of the ink pad. And I really like the Shachihata ink. pads. They're very, they're not too squishy, so that there's the amount of ink is just enough. It doesn't come upwards onto the rubber stamp. And I just fast forwarded a bit because I know it would have taken way too long. But here's the finished list. You can see in the word memories that there's various colors there popping through. So this is the list of 6 items. This is my December bucket list. And I hope you join along with this challenge. Like I said, it's never too late to start. I once again want to thank My Green Cow and Make Journals for having me during this 12th day challenge. You can start now if you want on day 12 of December, or maybe you're watching this December 15 and you have some downtime during the holiday season and you want to start. It's never ever too late to start. And even if you don't have some of the holiday themed items, you can definitely participate. I know there's a lot of downloadables that are available, and I actually used a lot of downloadables last year as well. So there's a lot that's available online that you can look for. If it's difficult to purchase the physical items, you can download certain paper packs online as well. And of course there's Etsy, where people offer a lot of downloads. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I am so thankful that you are here participating with me, and I hope you found some nice ideas watching this video. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you soon. Bye.